Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Warlock 2, The Exiled. Alright, so even though we just cleared out that Rogue's Den, notice how we still have 4 of remaining movement points. So clearing out the Rogue's Den doesn't take up all of our energy. Let's go ahead and send this guy back. We're going to get the Archer back into home territory. And we're going to get you to here. Still have 1 movement available, so we can move into the sandy desert here. Now it's worth talking about movement in this game. You don't build roads. What you do is you basically use your buildings as roads to connect your cities. Notice how the base movement cost in this barren desert is 1. In the barren hills, it's 2. It's also 2 in desert hills. Over here in the smithy, the movement cost is 0.5. So because we have a smithy here, we can move over it much quicker. Even if we were to find a tile that was hills, as long as we have a building there, the movement speed gets reduced from 2 down to 0.5. So you kind of want to use your buildings as accelerators for your units. Now we have to go explore through the jungle, which is going to be quite slow, and we can also see that there's a chasm here, which is kind of annoying, but it'll be a little bit slower, but we're going to go see what we can find. Found some wild ratmen. They have 14 strength. They are a melee unit. You can see that by looking at that symbol there. The sword lets you know that it's melee. If they were ranged, it's got an arrow. And yeah. Now you actually still have 0.5 movement, which means that he can actually take a shot. As long as you have at least 0.5 movement, you can always attack with a ranged unit or melee unit. They just have to have at least some movement. And there isn't any kind of obstruction thing, so as long as it's within 2 tiles, we can shoot it. Nice, got a critical hit. Excellent. So the adventure begins. Yes, we know about that. And we are building our building. It's going to take 2 more turns to finish our smithy, and 1 more turn to get our second spearman. Actually, we don't have a spearman yet. We have the Ratmen Robbers, and we're going to add a Goblin Spearman to the mix. Ratmen Robbers are kind of nice. They have an extra 1 sight. They are considered to be a beast, which means they take more damage from missiles, but they have a bonus to defense in forest, and also a bonus when attacking targets in a forest. And this value here that says passability dense means that they have bonus movement in dense types of terrain. So this guy's going to be able to kind of squeak his way through the jungle a little bit faster than normal, where these guys, they don't have that bonus. So they're going to move very slowly, but the Ratman Robbers are going to be able to sneak through there pretty quick. They also have a bonus of 50% death magic to their base melee damage. So they have a base of 7. Half of that, 3.5, is dealt as well in by using death magic. So they're kind of like a rogue. You know, they got some poison damage to them. So that's really all we can do this turn. Let's go ahead and just end the turn. Because we're in friendly territory, we automatically heal while we're here, even if we're not telling them to rest. And you may have noticed that just now the borders of our town expanded from a single tile out of the center of the village to 2 tiles out. Now this is the largest, I believe, that the town can get. It may get bigger. I'm not actually 100% sure because I haven't gotten that far into the game. I've played about 60 turns, which got it, pretty big. I got up to like 11 population in a town, and it still hadn't expanded beyond 2 tiles. But we did just hit 5 population, which means we can add another building after the smithy is done. We're probably going to want to build it into, I'm not sure yet, just in one of the directions we want to expand. We do have some iron here that we could use to build a foundry, which would be kind of nice. Alright, so let's take another pot shot at this guy. We could, and will, move him forward 1 tile, and then take a shot, just so that we get a little bit closer. And let's go experiment now with this guy. So he's got 5 movement. It's going to take 0.5 to go to here, taking him down to 4.5. The base move cost is 2, but because we have dense passability, we should see that it doesn't cost quite as much. We go down by just 1. So we're able to move through the forest quite quickly with these little guys. Now this interface lets us see the actual estimated damage. I haven't spent any time on this yet, but you can see on the left side it says attacker. We're going to do 5.7 damage. He has 0% armor. If we look at it, we can see that he has no melee resistance. We can also see that we're going to do 2.8 death magic. He has 0% death magic resistance. The target is in hills, so we have a 25% reduction in our damage. And he is considered to be a forester. That's that trait right somewhere. I guess he doesn't have the trait, but he is a forester somehow. Or no, he is right there. Defense bonus in forest, bonus when attacking targets in a forest, etc. So because he's a forester, he gets a 25% reduction in the damage we do, but because we are a forester, we do an extra 25%, offsetting it. He's currently on guard, which is this thing here. He's using defensive tactics, because we've been shooting arrows at him. So we're going to do less damage to him in that. And then vice versa, he is going to do less damage to us because apparently it's an uphill battle. Or sorry, more damage. 50% bonus because it's uphill for us. Because we are attacking into a hill, and he is attacking down the hill, he gets an extra damage boost. So his base damage of 2.5 gets multiplied out, and at the end of the day, we're going to do 4 damage, he's going to take 4 damage. Finally, if you look right here and here, you'll see that we have 11 life, and that red amount is the amount we're going to lose. He has 4 health, and the red amount is the amount he's going to lose. We can see we're clearly going to win this battle. It's a good idea to do it. And we critical hit him. So we're going to move into the tile and clear that rat hole out as well. And we can see here, these are the things that are new. Because the town just got up to 5 population, we can start building settlers. And we definitely want to do that right away. The very first time I played the game, I thought that you were supposed to build kind of conservatively. But this is a town spamming kind of game. You want to make tons and tons and tons of towns. Trying to build tall, if you're familiar with some of the other hex-based strategy games out there, like tall doesn't work. You need to build wide. So we're going to queue up a few settlers and go from there. We do have negative food production right now, so our cities will actually reduce in population. We're losing 8, but we're gaining 139. It's not a big deal to be over, but we do want to get some more food production soon. Now, the first time I played, I didn't build a new town for like 20 turns. The second time I played, I built one very quickly, but I made the mistake of trying to focus on food in the first city, thinking I was going to starve to death, when really all you need to do is get that first settler out and then go build the second city. And that will provide you with enough food to support everything. However, the next building we're going to make after this one is going to be that pumpkin patch. So we'll get a little bit of food. We want the mana anyway. Alright, so we got our spearmen. These guys have 22 life, which is pretty good. 4 movement. They don't have that dense movement thing, so they're going to move very slowly through the jungle. We're going to send them north. We can go here and then here. Now we have 1.5, which means we can't move into this. Because it costs 2, we can't actually make any progress in that direction this turn. So that's unfortunate. And that's the recruitment, and we are getting close to finishing the Magic Eye. 3 more turns, we'll have Magic Eye. Now, we do have the ability to cast Summon Bears, and we have some mana. This lets us cast a spell. It has a casting time of 1 turn, which means that we're just going to spit it out right away. We can right-click and see the actual stats of the unit. We're going to have, it costs 15 mana to cast, only 7, half, if we cast it within our territory. It's a 10 damage unit. Sorry, yeah, 10 melee damage, has 30 hit points, it's a 3 walker, costs 3 food. So we're not going to cast it quite yet because the 3 food would really cost us quite a bit, but they have excellent resistance and they have that bonus in forest. So we definitely are going to like them on this map. So, yep, that's pretty much it for this turn. Let's go to the next one. And that was it. I mean, it's very quick. So, here's a list of the things that happen. We can build a new construction. We will queue up our pumpkin farm to get some food and mana. We have 1 more turn remaining until we get our gnome settlers. We can see here that we had the construction complete. We got the new smithy. And the smithy unlocks perks. So if we go back into the town and look at the building tree, we can see that the smithy gives the perk Fine Armor for classes. It's very hard to see, but it says archers, monsters, and melee units. So let's talk about perks. Up here, when we go to the unit list, we can see all of our units and the perks that are available from buildings. This is one of the main things that you end up spending your money on outside of heroes. So we have the ability to bestow a perk on up to 5 different units that gives them a bonus to melee resistance and a bonus to missile resistance. It costs 30 gold per unit. So it might make sense to say sort our units by level and then give the strongest one a perk. We're not going to do it quite yet because I don't really think it matters at this point, but and we can only do 1 of them at the moment. But instead, let's just focus on assigning some orders. This guy's a little bit injured. He has 7. He's at half health. We could have him heal here, but he's so good at moving through terrain. that I'd actually like to have him just go check this out. Get him in friendly territory, and he'll heal up automatically. We can't move here, or actually can we? Interesting. I guess because it's within our terrain and it... Yeah, I guess we can. That's fine. We'll wrap you around the long way, I guess. We can move into the hills, 25% bonus defense while we're here. But he is also in hills. So, that's unfortunate. We'll probably want to take a pot shot. We'll do less damage than we'll take. Not really wise, unless we wanted to build up experience quickly. Each unit does have an experience level, which can get quite high, and is very powerful. So we're waiting on that settler, and we're waiting on the pumpkin farm, so we have a little bit more food. Next turn. Looks like some rogues just came and completely obliterated that guy. Wow. That was not good. A group of rogues is blocking the entrance to your capital, and they demand gold in exchange for passage. Let's drive them off. We have for death and glory, except the rogues. So these guys are apparently quite strong. I don't know exactly why they did so much damage to that unit. It was oh, that was my Ratman robbers. They were at half health. That's why. It's unfortunate. Don't have enough movement to actually take that shot yet. And rather than fight this guy, I think we're going to focus on the rogue. There is no penalty to moving next to enemy units. It's not like other games where if you move next to an adjacent target, it consumes all your movement or something. With this, we can move just as far as we could, whether they're there or not. So we're going to go here into friendly territory. Should let us heal up. Hopefully he doesn't kill that guy too. Really kind of sad about my Ratman robbers. Now this unit is within our range of our capital. Our capital has a range of 3, so it can actually shoot out to here. We'll take one shot at this guy. Do 10 damage, nearly killing it. And we do have our first settler. Now, it's very important to pre-plan how you're going to space out your towns. You cannot place 2 towns within 3 tiles of each other. However, in certain circumstances, the 3rd tile can overlap. So what I mean by that is, pretend like we have another town. I couldn't put a town here, obviously, because it's within a tile, one tile of the capital. Can't put one here or here, because again, it's too close. We could put one here, because there are 3 tiles in between them. However, I find that there's usually actually a better layout. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can do a triangle, like this. So one here, one here, one here. Or you can go 2 over, and then 1 over. Like, 2 in one direction, and then 1 in another. Or sorry, I'm doing it the wrong way. Yeah, 2 in this direction, and then 1 there, and you can kind of stagger them diagonally, like that. But, I guess in the long run it actually kind of works out the same thing, doesn't it? Oh, sorry, it's 2 and 2, that's the right pattern. 2 in this direction, 2 in this direction actually allows you to do it as well. Because you're still 1, 2, 3 tiles away. So, we'll see. We're probably just going to build the town as nearby as we can. I mean, I really don't care. We just need to get the town operational. And there's enemies around here. So let's go ahead and build one down here. Right on the edge of the map. It's not going to have room for many buildings, but we don't care. We want as many towns as possible. As quickly as possible. And we're about to finish researching our sight spell, which will be kind of useful. Notice how we healed automatically there.
The new spell research is complete.
And there goes all of our movement. Same thing for that guy, unfortunately. Okay, so the nests of terrible flying creatures have appeared everywhere. It is necessary to clear this invasion from the land. That's great. So some more random barbarian type mobs have just spawned everywhere. Now we have the ability to cast Magic Eye, which will give us increased sight range on our units. We don't have much to cast our spells on at the moment, so we might as well cast Magic Eye on, say, this guy, increasing his sight range by 1. Now it's going to take a little bit of time to cast that spell. Casting time 0.8. We should be able to cast it instantaneously. We'll cast it on the archer, actually, because he's within our terrain, and that will give us reduced mana cost. So now we can see we've got this modifier. It only lasts for 5 turns, but it has a sight range of 3 now. So it's kind of useful. I think the next spell we want to research is going to be something simple like Lesser Heal, or we could research Summon Skeletons if we want to become an undead force, or we could learn Shield of Chaos, which lets us put down 60 elemental magic resistance onto a unit. I really like the ability to cast haste type spells as well as summoned units. So we'll research skeletons. Okay. And how many turns until that pumpkin patch is done? 1 more turn, and we'll have this food problem go away. And we'll go from there. So I am going to take a break here. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.